Hi, Tom here and welcome to this video. In this video, I'll show you one way to draw a face step by step. For this drawing, I use a 4B pencil. The first step is to draw an oval shape. This is just the basic shape for the head. We can improve upon this later on. Next, draw a horizontal line in the middle of your oval shape. This is the guideline for the eyes. Now draw a vertical line down the middle of the head, making a sort of cross, because this person's going to be looking straight at us. On each side of the vertical line, we can draw the eyes on the horizontal line. We can draw a line for the base of the nose, where the nose stops, and then another line for the middle line of the mouth. Next, draw the neck. The neck can just be two vertical lines, roughly vertical lines. They need to be wider apart than the full width of the eyes. Now draw two curves for the ears on each side of the head. Next we can draw the eyebrows. Again, just a simple shape, just a simple curve above each eye. Now we can erase some of the guidelines that we've drawn, as we've got the basic features of the face in proportion for the head. Now draw a large circle for each eye for the iris. The bottom of the circle sort of normally rests on the bottom of the eyelid, but the top of the circle is normally a bit cut off behind the top of the eyelid. We can now draw two small curves for the nostrils, with a sort of C-like shape either side. We can redraw the jawline at this stage as well. You might want to just make it darker or to actually redraw it. Next, draw the top and bottom line of the mouth. I think it's a good idea to think about the expression of the person as you draw the mouth. We can now draw some extra lines for the eyelids and a smallish circle in each eye, in the centre of each eye for the pupils. Next, we can shade in these pupils really dark. And then the iris can be shaded in a mid-tone, something not too dark and not too light. We can darken the line for the top of the eyelid too. I'll darken the iris even more so, but I'm going to leave a tiny area of the iris to the right of the pupil, unshaded, just the tone of the paper, and this can act as the highlight for each eye. From this stage we can make the face look like a particular person, now that we've got the proportions of the features of the face onto a head. So all these lines are just for guidance, and we can change any of them at any stage. Next we can darken the middle line of the mouth. Now each person's mouth is obviously very different, we all look very different to each other. So when we draw the line, try and make it more than just a simple straight line. It doesn't have to be very busy, but just not a perfectly straight line. Something that shows some character. Now, using the side of our pencil, we can add some shading to the left-hand side of the face, under the nose and around the side of the chin. So the light in this drawing will be coming from the right-hand side. So everything on the left, and then also some areas on the right, will have some tone. We can darken the eyebrows too. The next stage, we can smudge some of this shading with our fingers, or maybe the side of an eraser, and this will make the shading more subtle, and so that the shading doesn't suddenly stop. It sort of blends into the tone of the paper. We can now work back into the eyebrows, perhaps, and build up a range of tones within the whole face. I will darken the top lip of the mouth. Normally the top lip of the mouth is more in shadow. Next we could draw some lines for the hair. Now I'll just start by drawing a few individual lines of hair, showing the general direction of the hairstyle. Drawing a hairstyle will always make the shape of the head bigger, however short the hairstyle is. And I would try and keep the lines free flowing, try not to just fix them too much so that they're sort of sweeping lines. We can darken the jawline of the face too. Next we can add some more hair and some darker lines. And for darker lines, just apply more pressure with the pencil and then the line should be darker, particularly if you're using a soft pencil like I am, a 4B pencil. Now we can add some shading to the left and also some more shading into the hair. We can keep building up the tone on the left and the right of the face, using the side of the pencil and an eraser to smudge the tones. We could add a few more dark lines in the hair along here. I think we could add the curves for a collar for a coat or something either side of the neck. We can now add some more details to the hair, indicating some of the hair is behind other parts and showing the tone of the hair. It's a sort of slow process, drawing individual areas, but trying to look at the whole face at the same time. So we're sort of drawing details, but we're seeing how those details fit into the overall image, the overall picture. We can darken her coat here. I'll make it as dark as my 4B pencil will go, really, really dark, just by pressing down really firmly. I hope you find this video useful for your own drawings. Please make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel, Circle Line Art School, to keep up to date with all the videos I post. Thank you so much for watching, keep drawing and see you next time.